In Florida, water is all around us. Florida's water and the quality of that water are important to businesses, residents, and visitors. To each of us, water quality means something different. To a fisherman, good quality water means plenty of fish to catch and areas for more fish to spawn and grow. To a boater, it means being able to pilot a boat through a waterway free of trash and hazards. To a homeowner, it means having plenty of fresh, clean water to drink and use inside and outside the home. However, as more people live, work, and play on and around the water, more water becomes polluted. So what exactly is water pollution? Water pollution is the contamination of water by harmful chemicals or waste materials, either by nature or by people. Many of the things people do each day increase the amount of pollution that goes into the water and can also speed up the time it takes for a water body to become polluted. A body of water is considered to be polluted when it is no longer usable by people or other living things. There are two main types of water pollution: point source and non-point source. Point source pollution is pollution that is easily identified or traced to a single source, such as a pipe or culvert. Point source pollution can flow from industrial or sewage treatment plants that connect directly to a body of water. However, it's important to remember that not all pipes are sources of point source pollution. Because it always comes from one easily identified place or source, point source pollution tends to be easier to control or manage and is regulated by federal and state laws. Non-point source pollution is the other main type of water pollution. Non-point source pollution does not come from a specific source. Instead, it comes from many places or from a widespread area. Non-point source pollution comes from all of us. One of the ways it comes from us is when it is carried by rainfall or stormwater into our waterways. A typical rain carries pollutants such as fertilizers, pesticides, oils, grease, pet or animal wastes, and trash from yards, fields, and roads to the nearest body of water. Point source and non-point source pollution come in many forms. Sediments are the most common form of water pollution. Sediments are tiny bits of soil, leaves, wood, rocks, or other solid particles that are washed or blown from the land into the water. Sediments can come from construction sites, farming activities, logging activities, mining, and stormwater runoff from neighborhoods and businesses. Sediments can cause flooding by clogging sewers that carry stormwater, flow into lakes, streams, and other water bodies, causing them to become shallow, block the gills of creatures living in the water, cover their eggs, and interfere with their reproduction. Nutrients are another type of water pollutant. Nutrients provide nourishment for plants and animals in the same way that food and water provide nourishment for people. Nutrients help living things to grow. While normal amounts of nutrients make plants grow at a normal rate, too many nutrients in our waterways are harmful and can cause plants to grow wild and out of control. This can result in waterways becoming clogged and unmanageable. Nutrients include chemical elements such as nitrates and phosphates. When nutrient pollution causes harmful changes to a water body, it can cause plants and animals to die. It may even have harmful impacts on human health. Sources of nutrients that contain large amounts of nitrates and phosphates and cause pollution include sewage or septic tank runoff, animal wastes, detergents, industrial wastes, and fertilizers. Another type of water pollution is bacteria. Bacteria are very small creatures that can only be seen with a microscope. While some bacteria are harmful and cause diseases, others can do useful things like help clean up sewage or oil spills. Bacteria can come from improperly treated sewage, runoff from animal waste, and industrial sources such as slaughterhouses, food and paper processing plants, and some landfills. Bacteria reduces the amount of oxygen in the water. Lack of oxygen hinders the water's ability to support aquatic animal and plant life. Bacteria can also be a source for the spread of some diseases in the water. These diseases can be spread to aquatic wildlife and plants, and possibly even human beings. Toxic pollution is another type of water pollution. Toxic pollution is caused by harmful substances such as pesticides, poisons, or other chemicals, and heavy metals like mercury, lead, copper, or zinc. This type of water pollution is most often linked to point source pollution. Examples include industrial discharges, oil spills, or underground gasoline tank leaks. However, it can also come from non-point sources, like runoffs from neighborhoods, farms, and cities. It may even be carried through the air, like fumes from car exhausts or smoke from factory smokestacks. Cleaners, dyes, paints, and solvents, such as turpentine, are also considered to be toxic pollutants. By learning to recognize these different sources of water pollution, you can see how we contribute to them in our daily activities. And just like you can make a difference by changing what you do each day, some groups and organizations are making a difference by what they do each day. Many things are being done about water pollution in our area by different agencies. Federal agencies, including the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and the Environmental Protection Agency, regulate or control activities that could result in water pollution. Point source pollution is closely regulated by EPA programs. At the state level, agencies such as the Florida Department of Environmental Protection and Florida's water management districts work to prevent water pollution and restore natural systems already damaged by water pollution. With construction and development increasing throughout the state, and more people wanting to visit or live in Florida, preventing and reducing water pollution will continue to be a challenge. However, it is a challenge that must be met in order for us to continue to have fresh, clean water.